People with me today, Peter Kahn and Micah Daniels, are part of the group that produced this incredible piece of poetry. It is now the core text in my class this fall for both sections that I teach at the university.
No, the Slam team is our competitive team. So we would write our poems, and then we would compete. And we did pretty well in the competition. So of everything that I've done in my life, being part of those teams have been like top. But I also am, and I'm going to be entering my third year at the University of Illinois at Chicago. So technically a junior. And I am majoring in neuroscience, which is very different than poetry. And it's very different than the current work that I do as well. Mine is titled What Priscilla Was Like, and it's after another poem called Should Have Been Jimmy Savannah by Patricia Smith. So What Priscilla Was Like. My dad told me he wanted to name me after Priscilla, the Black woman who mothered my granny. Books probably fit her fingers the same way regret sat comfortably on my father's tongue. She had artificial curls long as a pinky and a home in Tennessee. Lived her life scared of white people with pink skin that threatened to make brown skin turn red skin. She begged my granny, who then was just Barbara, to be careful on Saturday nights, to pull down her dress, so the boys down the street didn't get any ideas. Priscilla wore slippers, made rough from too many cracked sidewalks and threadbare rugs. She was never afraid to bend the slippers into a weapon, one that had my granny look past her last life, trying to wiggle out the best mistakes that warranted a slipper beating, the taste of concrete and fraying cloth. Priscilla's voice boomed out intimidation, and it made up for fragile bones she passed on to Granny and showed up opposite in the new Priscilla, correctly named Micah, with a salted difference of time zones and a mother too light to bring me Priscilla's death. Sometimes I imagine Priscilla is like me, determined but afraid, pessimism a feature in her mind. Her teeth would come in crooked and backward, branding self-conscious into her spine, and trying every day not to slouch. She would be afraid of the step she would take until death, and wished heaven was like Neverland. She would be in love with a boy that will never love her back because he reminded her of a time she was happy. She would have no rhythm and would love dancing anyway, would talk in cursive lowercase sarcasm and be asked repeatedly to slow down, speak up, and be nice. I wonder if my father loved Priscilla for these reasons, or if he loved her in spite of them. I hope he loves me more. I dream of Priscilla every night, and each time she's different, but always more beautiful.